He's Tiger Woods' son, but it's not the name that scares his competitors, it's the numbers. Last time at Streamsong Black, Charlie didn't just win, he dominated, posting rounds of 70, 65, and 66 for an 8-under total, 25 birdies, and a 3-shot victory at one of the toughest junior events in the country. For most 16-year-olds, that would have been a miracle. For Charlie, it was a statement. That performance catapulted him 595 spots in the AJGA rankings, planting him firmly among the top 14 juniors in the nation. An outsider turned elite in just 54 holes. But every climb brings a new weight. Now he's not the hunter, he's the hunted. Opponents aren't just chasing a title, they're chasing him. The same swing that silenced critics now carries the burden of expectation. Streamsong Black doesn't care about hype, headlines, or surnames. It strips away comfort, exposes nerves, and punishes hesitation. For Charlie, there's no hiding this time. The quiet of practice rounds will soon give way to the storm on July 7th, and he'll be standing in its center. Before, he was Tiger's son. Now, he's Charlie Woods, the defending champion, and the crown he wears is heavier than it looks. The spotlight doesn't whisper, it roars, especially when your last name is history. For Charlie Woods, golf isn't just strokes and flags anymore, it's interviews, questions, and endless opinions. Every swing is dissected, every future forecasted. A birdie is expected, a bogey becomes a headline. When you win, you're lucky. When you lose, you're exposed. Even silence feels louder now. Every practice round, every stretch, every swing, it's no longer routine. It's a performance. Charlie isn't just playing golf, he's playing the narrative. And that narrative demands perfection, not progress. This year at TTMI, he's not just defending a title, he's defending the version of himself the world already believes exists. Last year made him a threat. This year will decide if that threat was real. If TTMI is the battle, then Streamsong Black is the battlefield, a masterpiece of punishment that tests not just skill, but patience, discipline, and nerve. It's a course of elevation shifts, blind tee shots, and greens that move like waves under glass. Streamsong doesn't break you quickly, it erodes you. Over 54 holes, a pulled drive, a misread putt, or a wrong wind call becomes a scar. There's no cut to hide behind. Every round is a reckoning. Every hole is a microscope. This isn't a place where raw talent carries you. It demands strategy, restraint, and relentless mental stamina. In no-cut events, no one is safe. One cold day, one shaky front nine, and your week unravels. At TTMI, even the players having nightmares play all 3 days. There's no bench, no escape, just 18 more holes to survive. And Charlie? He arrives with a target the size of a flagstick on his back. His opponents won't just test his swing, they'll test his composure, his course management, his ability to endure 3 days of being hunted. Because Streamsong Black doesn't care about names, it just dismantles games. While others see fairways and pin flags, Charlie sees something else. A course searching for his weakest point. At TTMI, every player has something to prove, but only one has something to lose. Charlie Woods walks in not just as a name to watch, but as the name they all want to beat. The headline, the benchmark, the defending champion. And waiting for him are 72 of the best juniors in the country, each with a chip on their shoulder and a point to make. This isn't just competition. It's a quiet rebellion, and every one of them is chasing the same thing, the chance to steal the crown from the kid who took it first. They've come for thunder, to shake the narrative and take down the Woods legacy before it truly begins. One weekend could rewrite who the future belongs to. But there's a question no one dares say out loud. What if Charlie cracks? What if the weight of the name, the noise, the expectations finally spills over? What if the same focus that carried him now freezes him? Confidence and collapse look identical until the scorecard drops. And yet, what if he does it again? What if Charlie walks straight into the fire and burns everyone down with him? Another win, another statement. Another step closer to proving the hype wasn't noise, it was foreshadowing. TTMI might not just crown a champion, it might unveil a prodigy. And this won't happen in a vacuum. In just weeks, Charlie will tee it up at the U.S. Junior Amateur in Dallas, the biggest event of his year. What happens at Streamsong Black will either fuel momentum or fracture it. This isn't a tune-up. It's a warning shot to the entire junior golf scene. Every eye is locked on one outcome. Will Charlie's story escalate or unravel right in front of us? He's not just playing for points, he's playing to prove he belongs in the conversation. What he does at TTMI could tilt the entire landscape of junior golf. If he wins again, staring down the pressure, the field, and that course, then we're not just talking about a talented kid anymore. We're talking about the next chapter in American golf. Momentum like this doesn't come twice. It either breaks barriers or it breaks you. A second TTMI title would set off a chain reaction, sponsors calling, invitations landing, international team spots opening. Winners don't knock on doors, they kick them open. And for Charlie, that means he's no longer chasing a future, he's choosing it. But flip the script. What if he stumbles? What if the glare blinds him, the weight crushes him? Then the whispers start. Not about Charlie, but about the bloodline. The Woods name has built a dynasty, one steeped in awe, fear, and dominance. It wasn't supposed to go viral. It was just another junior event on a humid Florida afternoon. But when Charlie Woods stepped onto that tee, all eyes locked in. And by the time he walked off the 18th green, having gone toe-to-toe with the nation's top-ranked juniors and walked away with the win, the golf world had already hit record. This wasn't just a proud dad moment. It was a generational warning shot. Tiger was there, not just watching, but pacing the fairways like it was Sunday at Augusta. His eyes followed every swing, every putt. And when Charlie drained that birdie on the final hole, the crowd erupted. Tiger's face cracked into something rare, pure, unfiltered pride. Pride.